Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Severodonetsk, it seems like the things are clear. The Russians control the residential area. They surrounded the Ukraine army and whatever civilians are over there. The Ukrainian army and some civilians took refuge in an Azot plant, an industrial area, and now the Russians are having Azovstal Mariupol Part 2, funding them over there and killing whomever is over there. The Russians allowed a safety corridor last week on Wednesday, and said whomever wants to surrender can do it from I think it was 5 to 8 p.m. Moscow time. Get out. Who don't, we're gonna take care of you. Well, you had your choice. Let's see. Ukrainska Pravda, Monday, June 20th, 2022. In Severodonetsk, the fighting is already taking place in the industrial zone, Luhansk Oblast Military Administration says. So in Severodonetsk, Luhansk Oblast, the battles with Russian invaders are already taking place in the city's industrial zone, and Ukrainian defenders control only the territory of the Azot plant. Remember, Azot plant does not have the Azovstal plant catacombs and all those corridors and tunnels and all that. So they have 2 or 3 buildings. I don't know what's going to happen with those guys. I can only imagine. The source is Serhiy Haidai, head of the Luhansk Oblast Military Administration. And this is a quote from Mr. Haidai. The situation is extremely difficult along the entire Luhansk front. We emphasize that the orcs, Russian soldiers, are launching a large-scale offensive in our oblast. They have accumulated sufficient reserves, and today, on June 20th, all free settlements of the oblast are on fire. In Severodonetsk, fighting is already underway in the industrial zone, with Ukrainian troops controlling only the territory of the Azot plant. What are you doing there? What are you defending? Anyway, details. According to Haidai, the occupiers, which are the Russians, and those forces are advancing along the... As always, people come when they are not supposed to. So, along the Luhansk-Bakhmut road, and the nearby settlements are under constant fire. Lishansk has been suffering from massive Russian shelling all day. The number of casualties is currently unknown. At the same time, the head of Luhansk Oblast military defenders were not surrounded. Repeating that. At the same time, the head of Luhansk Oblast Military Administration said that Ukrainian defenders were not surrounded and inflicted significant losses on the Russian forces. Hospitals and morgues in the occupied territories are full of Russians, probably Russians, but no Ukrainians. No. Anyway, so if this is the report coming from the Ukrainian side, you can imagine it's about 3 times worse. If that would come from the Russians, that's 3 times exaggerated. So in this case, if they are not surrounded, but they are defending the Azot plant and the rest of Severodonetsk is under Russian control, that means that things are 3 times worse. Imagine what that would be. They're surrounded and they're overpowered, and then the Russians control more than this guy says, and they will surrender, or they will be decimated where they're at. So we'll see what orders they receive from Kiev to save lives, and they will come out and they will exit, but they would never surrender. All right, this is the news about the Severodonetsk at this point, according to the Ukrainian news. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.